IVM.
I really enjoy driving, but I hate the Mumbai traffic. In fact, yesterday, you won't believe what happened. I banged into a taxi. Through no fault of my own. I mean, it was completely his fault. Hear me out, I'll explain. Written behind the taxi was Kotak home loans now only at 6.5%. It was so unbelievable. Out of shock, I crashed into the taxi. I'm surprised people don't crash into his car every single day because of that. So guys, कृपया ध्यान रखें when reading such things. Actually, I don't even mind paying the taxi driver for his repairs because I will be saving so much on the interest rates. Just visit www.kotak.com for more info or visit your nearest Kotak Mahindra branch today. Terms and conditions apply. Interest rate starting at 6.5% per annum.
Hello to another awesome episode of IVM Likes. I feel like I say that every week, but today is extra awesome because we are celebrating our festivals in a way. As you all must be aware, if you're listening to us from India, that theaters are back open. Woohoo! And it's the festive season. Diwali is right around the corner. Halloween is right around the corner. Dusshera just happened. Dandiya just went by. And then after Diwali, Xmas and New Year's and what have you. So a great time of the year if you're into festivals and movies, because a lot of movie releases also this time of the year. If you're into long weekends, hopefully we get to see a few of them this year. One of them is coming up next week. Excited for that. So we're going to be talking about all this and more with my fellow producers at IVM, Surohini and Aditya. Hi Surohini, what's happening?
Hello, what's up? I'm good, just a little bad throat, but yeah, I'm excited to talk about the festival season. It's coming up very soon.
I think a lot of us have a lot of even though we don't, now that we are older in our lives, by older I mean less than 30 still.
Yeah.
Not, I'm close to 30, man, that's scary. But anyway, since a lot of us we have, we may not follow some of the traditions that we used to have as children, but we still have some traditions, I'm sure, that we still follow. So we'll get to that also.
Yes.
With all these people. Aditya, what's happening, buddy?
Hey, हैट्रिक हो गया मेरा at last.
हो गया, होना ही था bro. कैसे नहीं करवाता मैं? Nice. You're like Salah and the Liverpool match.
Oh,
Hey,
nice.
one reference I know. All right. That's it for this episode. Bye. guys.
That's one more than I know.
We're done.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
close.
it. That is all I want to do for this episode. All right. So we'll be right back after the short break to talk about what we just said we'll talk about. The Matrix, I, Robot, The Terminator, 2001 A Space Odyssey. There have been tons of epic movies that revolve around AI and the possible dangers it poses to humanity. AI is often shown as this thing that should be feared and can easily get out of control. But that's not really the case. Luckily, Intel's Digital Readiness Program is here to empower everyone with skill sets, mindsets, and tool sets to use in an AI-fueled world, so you can be ready to develop AI for even sports if you want to. As part of Intel's AI for Youth program, Intel's been working with the CBSE, the Ministry of Education, and the Government of India to empower today's youth to build social impact solutions while demystifying what AI is. How do you take advantage of this? Purchase an Intel-powered PC and you get free access to 80 plus hours of immersive and hands-on training about AI. On completion of the program, along with the certificate, you get access to AI toolsets to try and put what you learned to good use. So, don't wait. Log on to futurebanawonderful.intel.com. Future Banaw Wonderful, by bringing home an Intel-powered PC. And we are back! Diwali, guys. Diwali, next week. What is your scene? What are your plans? What are you planning to do?
So I have a ritual that me and my brother, we've been doing since we were 14, 15. We kind of host a party for all our friends at our place every year, a day before Diwali, like a night before Diwali.
Like for your friends or for family friends and stuff?
For our friends. Definitely
that's
gonna
not
do
cool.
this year
Wow,
because
man.
we didn't get a chance to do it last year. COVID.
Yeah,
So
true.
definitely gonna
True,
do that
true,
this
true.
year. But yeah, that's there. Other than that, I think Aditya was telling me about some plans he had.
मैं जा रहा हूँ घर.
तू कहाँ बॉम्बे में है?
मैं कहाँ बॉम्बे में? दिल्ली में हूँ भाई.
दिल्ली में? तो तू रहता कहाँ
तो
पे?
घर ही तो है.
घर मेरा गुजरात में है.
Oh.
So I'll be gone for like a week. I'm going on the 2nd की रात को and I'll be back 9th की सुबह. So That's the
Okay.
plan.
Yeah, go
All the
help.
ghar ka khana.
Go help out the Ahmedabad IPL team with all the shit they're going through right now.
Oh yes.
Again,
Also, I want to
people are so
know.
impressed with my sports references today.
Oh right, yeah. How many? I think it's Cyrus working the charm on you.
Yeah. It's basically it's because I have to look for topics for. I'm a producer on Salasas for those who don't know, and I have to look for topics very often for Cock and Bull, and that's how I know any of this stuff. As I really would not. So it's Ronnie. What are you saying?
Yeah, I want to know how's Diwali in a dry state.
तो वापस भी तो आते हैं ना फिर.
Oh man, yeah, dude. How is Diwali in dry state?
ठीक है यार.
Okay. Aditya. If you had to count on your fingertips, wait, how many years of your life have you lived in Gujarat?
गुजरात यार गिनना पड़ेगा. ये तो I've been there
मतलब
since
most of your life.
6-7 years.
6-7 years.
No, not.
So how many times in those 6-7 years have you had to solicit alcohol from dubious sources, as they say?
Okay, never.
Really?
Never.
Not a once?
Not once. My mom listens to this podcast.
Because my friends do it for me. Okay.
Oh, okay. So you don't go to the border and get
Okay.
stuff. Oh,
So
that's not the
no.
case.
No. Aditya, then I want you to tell us how many times have you not done it? I have not bought alcohol in Gujarat 7 times.
I have not bought alcohol in Gujarat. Man, I don't have the fingers to count it.
Okay. Sorry, auntie. Huh?
Sorry, mom.
Sorry, auntie. So okay, fair enough. So you're going back to Gujarat, and what do you plan to do back in Gujarat, man?
यार गुजिया
Not drink alcohol.
Yeah, not drink alcohol. And so I went home in Holi last time. तब मुझे गुजिया खाने को मिली नहीं थी. So this time I have told them कि बना के रखना, मैं आ रहा हूँ.
Oh wow, great. Gujia. That time of the year with Gujias, man. Oh man, so great. But wait, are you Gujarati, buddy, or are you Gujarati or?
I mean, it's complicated. I'm really the most non-Gujarati there is.
No, but
like,
what are you
I've lived
really?
most of my life in. I lived most of my life in Kanpur and Delhi. So.
Okay. I get it, man. Cool, fair enough. I'm a Punjabi who has never been to Punjab. I don't know how to speak Punjabi. like nada, like bilkul zero. I know how to speak Punjabi.
Right. So I'm going to call you Antariksh Paji from now on.
You can.
Final.
I don't know what that means. No, I know Paji.
I know.
So I am the most non-Rajasthani there is.
Hey, we're all what we're supposed to be.
I have no idea about a lot of stuff in Rajasthan.
Can you speak the language?
Language. I don't know the language. I don't know the rituals. And I've been living here for about 20 years of my life.
Wow, yeah. Close. I'm like 17, 18 years now in Bombay. Anyway, so Aditya's going back to Gujarat to celebrate his family and have awesome gujiyas. I am planning to, I don't know if you guys know this, in BKC in Bombay, there is a new thing that has opened up called Jio World Drive. This is at BKC. Okay, Jio World Drive. It's a Jio thing, I know. Whatever. Let's go with it. But they have opened like a premium mall for rich folks, to say it mildly.
It's Jio,
like premium brands.
Rich folks.
Yeah.
We can connect the dots.
Yeah, you get it. So it's basically like premium brands, and they have like a theater. There's a PVR there. But what is really interesting here is they have a rooftop terrace, open air, drive-in theater at this mall.
Oh, wow.
And the capacity is like some 290 cars or something.
Whoa.
And the way they're doing the sound system at the space is they will have a radio frequency that we can all tune to. And whatever's on the screen, you can hear it from your own car's music system.
This is really cool.
Damn cool, dude.
Actually cool.
That is sick as hell. And what is a cool fun fact about this space is at the precisely same location, at the same plot, a few years back, till about like 3-4 years back, there was an open air theater like on the ground floor. Like basically this plot was an open air theater, which then shut down like a few years back. And now it has, I guess, got bought over by Jio, and Jio is doing the open air theater on the terrace to pay like kind of an homage to drive-in theaters of the day, back in the day. And but very, very freaking cool, man.
That's actually a great idea. And I think it's gonna be like super, super packed.
Yeah, so I guess you gotta book in advance, hopefully. But yes, so exactly. So the what I heard last was it was gonna open on 29th. But when I say what I heard is because I went to BKC World Drive last week at around 11 at night, The watchman told me that it's open only till 10 p.m., sir, because of COVID. And then I asked them when is the opener theater on the terrace opening, and they said 29th. So I'm holding that watchman to his word.
Okay.
Which I don't know is true or not, but hopefully it opens up like really soon and we can.
I think he's the perfect, he's the best person to tell you when it's opening up.
I mean, or the worst. Like, Woody, how much would you know, man? In all honesty, I don't know. It
Our
could go either way.
experience with Chaukidars hasn't really been that good.
I mean, no. Apparently, Surohini's has been great and mine hasn't. Surohini's like, yeah, my watchman knows everything and he's never wrong.
I mean, he's the only person who knows everything.
He does know quite a lot. That's true. Watchmen do.
He knows
and they have all this.
quite a lot.
Man, Watchmen have gotten this. Again, this is gonna sound like insensitive, but Watchmen seem to have gotten this extra authority during COVID, right? Like this extra power about who gets to go into your apartment or not. So, like for instance, I'm dating this girl. Okay, she lives in Santa Cruz. Right now, I'm dating this girl, and to go to her apartment, I have to like go through her watchman. Okay, and this guy's just so judgmental, dude. It's the worst.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, it's like pehle ke time pe ghar mein ghusne se pehle you have to like please all the family around. Now it's
please
the watchman that you have to please. Sir,
Yeah, true.
mithai aapke
True,
liye
true.
Diwali pe.
Okay, so also so that's what I plan to do, this Jio BKC drive or Jio World Drive at BKC.
Nice.
So as you all know, this time of the year also means a lot of big budget movies coming up, right? And just before this, Aditya was kind enough to share some trailers with us that we have all seen. Okay, these are 4 of the biggest movies that are coming out. One of them is Sooryavanshi, Rohit Shetty's from Rohit Shetty's Cop Singham Universe series. This is starring Akshay Kumar mainly because he plays the character Sooryavanshi. I guess that's the name. And but also Ajay Devgan from Singham and Ranveer Singh
from Simba.
are going to be on this. So that'll be fun to see.
And Katrina Kaif from
Katrina Kaif. And she'll have no dialogues. It's just how it goes in Rohit Shetty films.
from some film,
Yeah.
Katrina
She'll
Kaif.
have one dance, one
From
moment she'll
Tiger,
cry.
Ek Tha
And then
Tiger.
one moment she'll be worried about the hero's life. And she might get kidnapped, might not, but she won't have dialogues much. It's just how
But
it
she's
is.
getting married. She's
Talking
getting
of
married. in
Katrina, by the
film.
way,
Yeah.
there's this clip on Reddit which getting viral,
Okay.
in which Katrina is talking in Marathi, and it's really something to see.
Is it Marathi Pakka? Or is
It is Marathi.
Can you find it and play it for us right now?
यहाँ से थोड़ा cut कर देना. I really don't know how to do that.
Achha, no worries. No need to cut this. We just
Uh,
people know that there's no text. That's fine. That's really good. All right.
Yeah,
Uh,
thoda cut.
Cool. So people go find that for yourself because Aditya can't show it to us.
For those who are looking for it, it's on r/Bolly Blinds and Gossips.
Okay. Bolly Blinds and Gossips. All right.
I want to know how did you like just end up,
He follows the subreddit.
I follow this subreddit.
Blinds
I'm all
and
into
Gossips.
Bollywood
And
Blinds and
he's
Gossips.
always on top of Katrina trolling. He's like, what is happening in the latest in this world?
Yeah, I
need
have to know. एकदम Google alert set है मेरे.
Okay, so there's a movie that I'm actually like kind of excited about because I like the actors, but I also miss that the original actor is not in it. Is Butny Aur Babli 2? It actually the trailer looks kind of interesting. And I remember the first movie was kind of cool, and the songs were super long, but again catchy as hell. But
Two
super long.
super crazy songs like
Kajrare,
Yeah, what a
Yeah,
soundtrack it had.
Kajrare,
then
Bunty
Bunty Aur
Babli.
Babli, Dhadak Dhadak.
Yes.
Nudge Baliye.
Nudge Waliye.
All of them are so good.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
again,
and
super long.
super
Each song like 7, 8 minutes and all, dude. This didn't get over. I remember watching
I
the
think
movie
that
in
was
the
the
theater back in
average
the day.
time of every song at that time.
No. Like even if you look at like, okay, for instance, look at Kal Ho Na, look at Main Hu Na. Or Kal Ho Na Ho, sorry. Like Kal Ho Na and Main Hu Na, I said.
Yeah.
They have like songs that are like
Main
4,
Hu
5
Na.
minutes, 6 minutes. All the songs are like 7 minutes and all. It's super long. But anyway, that was like a decent movie back in the day. And Butny Aur Babli 2 ka trailer is out. And instead of Abhishek, there is Saif Ali Khan. And we are being led to believe that Rani
It's the
Mukherjee's
same
character,
guy.
it's the same character as Abhishek Bachchan's character because Rani Mukherjee's character and Saif's character in the movie have been not in this con game for like a while. And this con artist game for a while. And there are two people that, as shown in the trailer, there are two people who are like basically stealing their name or committing crimes, stealing or robbing from people under the Butny Aur Babli moniker. And then like there's like a misunderstanding. These guys get caught by the cops. The Saif and Rani Mukh team get caught by the cops, saying, "You guys are back in action."
then
This guy like, "No, it's not us. It's someone else." Yeah, right. That's you. No, really, you have to believe us. No, we're not gonna believe you. No, please, you're telling the truth, and something like that will happen. But you know how it is. So
And there's
that's
Pankaj Tripathi.
and that's Pankaj
As the
Tripathi.
god.
Yes, of course,
yes.
yes.
Replacing Amitabh
Yeah.
Bachchan is
And
Pankaj
Siddhant
Tripathi,
Chaturvedi
and I
is
was
there.
like,
He's
that's
one
a
of
good choice.
the other the fake Butny Aur Babli team is Siddhant Chaturvedi and someone named Sharwari. I don't know who that is, sadly.
She's new.
I think
She's new.
that's her
Debut, huh?
debut.
Yeah.
This is her debut film.
I just thought I was sexist. Thank
Yeah, I
God.
think she's done some like OTT stuff,
Okay.
but like in films, this is her first to be.
Okay, all the very best to Shalwari. So that movie I'm actually a little excited about because I really couldn't care less about Sooryavanshi. I think it'll do great business, but it'll be a shit
Sooryavanshi
film.
has given everything away in the trailer. Bacha kya hai?
Really bacha kya hai, dude.
Like it's
Sab kuch
like a
bata diya.
4.5 minute
Yeah.
trailer.
Yeah, it's like ATS and all those dialogues, dude.
See, it's
in the trailer,
Akshay
Akshay Kumar said-
Kumar,
Yeah,
third film on the same
yeah.
category. Katrina Kaif, and literally
Ranveer
just
Dutt.
I think it's
Yeah,
another police story that we're gonna.
And Javed Jafri in this movie, by the way, in Sooryavanshi. Isn't that crazy?
Haha.
It looks insane.
After a very long time.
After a very long time, looks sick as hell, and I love him as an actor.
Javed Jafri अभी तो आया था भूत पुलिस में.
Oh, many देखी
Oh,
नहीं
I
है.
didn't see that.
I saw the first 10
It's
minutes.
actually
and I
a
was
funny
like,
movie.
is it really? I saw the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, it is.
It did not seem.
नहीं
like a
नहीं
movie.
don't go by the first 10 minutes. Just
Okay.
उसको थोड़ा सा निकाल दो. It's a really good movie
Okay.
by recent standards.
By recent standards.
Yes.
Are there any?
It's a good watch.
That's a terrible standard to have by recent standards. No,
Like
because
right now, our
anything
recent
can happen
standards
recently,
are
dude.
like Tony Kakkar music.
Tony
films
Kakkar
like-
music. What else do we have, man? We have.
Recent standards. बताना है तो फिर yeah.
I don't know what else came out recently. I don't know. I know Ruhi came out last year. That wasn't as good.
Recent standards. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was.
I don't know, man. Stuff like Suraj Pe Mangal Bhari and what all is coming out.
Wait,
It's
is Bhoot
weird.
Police from the same makers as Ruhi and Stree? Or not?
No. So I think Raj and DK did this one.
Okay.
It's a Raj and DK film, right? I'll have to just quickly
Okay,
Google
I
that.
think they are good. They're very good directors.
Yeah.
No, Bhoot Police is not them. Bhoot Police is not them. Sorry.
Okay, then who is it?
Hmm.
Do we know this person?
डायरेक्टर का तो विकिपीडिया का पेज भी नहीं है.
Oh, okay.
हो सकता है तभी अच्छी हो.
Okay, but he's a
It's
good
a
director.
good watch though.
But he's a
good
good
watch.
director going by recent standards.
Yeah.
Going by recent standards.
All right. So Butny Aur Babli I'm actually excited about. There is a movie coming out called Satyameva Jayate. All these cop films, dude. All the four
Satyameva
films.
Jayate 2.
Satyameva Jayate 2,
That's
another
two.
like
Two.
cop politicians kind of filmy kind of thing.
Yeah, that's a sequel for
Yeah.
the
Satyameva
first
Jayate.
Satyameva Jayate.
Dude, I haven't even seen the first one. Have you guys seen the first one?
No.
I think I've not, but I've seen the trailer of that film. I think it's it stars John Abraham
Yeah.
in the
Right.
first one as well.
Huh.
It's again a cop and politician film, I guess. It's a film on a politician and a cop
And
who is
all
against
of them are John
politician.
Abraham, by the way.
What? Really?
There are 3 roles that John plays in this movie.
All
Oh,
of them
I
are John
did not
Abraham.
get that from the trailer
Oh,
at all.
yeah. अरे है ना तीन लोग John Abraham है. Look at that ना. So there's John Abraham
Oh.
in saffron, there's John Abraham in white, and there's John Abraham in green.
Oh, so Hindu Muslim.
नहीं, it's the same. नहीं, I don't know
India?
about that, but it's
yeah.
something on the lines of कि 2 भाई है.
एक चक्रा नहीं
और
है,
villain
चक्रा
भी
मिस हो
वही
गया। चक्रा में कोई नहीं खड़ा।
चक्कर चक्कर ऑडियंस को आएगा देख के.
Oh, चक्कर।
चक्कर में ऑडियंस है.
Fantastic. Okay, so that's coming out on 25th of November. And
Also,
the
this
final
is
film.
being directed by the guy who got us Masti Zade.
So already, guys, take,
And
take this movie with a grain of salt. I would say.
yes, like
Yeah.
the
Okay.
just look at this guy's Wikipedia when you get time. It's really hilarious. The kind of work that he's done.
बोलना नाम बोलना read out.
Like compare it with the recent standard, na?
Recent times he's done. Okay, let me tell you. He's been the chief writer on Grand Masti. मैं तेरा हीरो एक विलेन उंगली क्या कूल है हम मस्ती ज़ादे हेट स्टोरी सत्यमेव जयते एंड मर जावा.
Oh,
Okay, so he
nice.
has- he has-
I mean,
you have to say this guy's consistent.
This guy's consistent. This guy's very consistent. With one
Sorry.
exception.
Whoever this
With
person
one
is, it's
exception.
very difficult to in all honesty, it's very difficult to write
No.
movies.
The
Kudos to this guy.
exception is Kate.
oh, the
Oh.
Kate.
But dude,
He also wrote
original
Kate.
वो
Kate.
Which
वो तो
is-
copy
which
है
is-
पर. That's a copy of
Exactly,
Reservoir
which
Dogs.
is Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah, so the only time he does a decent movie is the copy. That's
Yes.
He's got many
not
copies.
looking good.
Ah, nice,
Not looking
nice,
good for
nice.
this person.
He's
Yeah.
like
But
an average student.
apparently, Karte was so good that Tarantino actually screened it. You know that?
Are you serious, man? That's great.
I'm very serious about it. Tarantino actually held a screening of Karte.
That's awesome. I really like that.
Are we
Daniel
talking about the original Karte? Like,
No, we're talking
Karte, like
about
Amitabh Bachchan, Lucky Ali,
cigarette
those
ke
guys.
the
धुएं
2000s.
का
Sunil Shetty,
ठंडा
Sanjay Dutt.
बना के
that was,
Collar ko
interestingly,
thoda sa.
that was my first film in theater.
Kaate?
Really?
First film, yes, the first
first
film
movie
that I
ever
watched in theater.
was Kaate with your
Yeah,
parents
yeah.
then. You saw it with your parents.
Yeah.
You saw Kaate with your parents?
Yeah, I know. That's messed
Okay,
up, but yes.
That's interesting. I just remembered this right now because Surohini said that's the first movie she saw. So doesn't matter. But my dad had a government job. Okay, for 24 years he had a government job, and since then he has taken voluntary retirement. But he had a government job, and 2 of those years when he had a government job, we were shifted to Goa. Like, we were transferred to Goa, and in Goa a new multiplex just opened up during the time we were there. It was the first multiplex in Goa. It was called Inox. I mean, so Inox theaters had opened up in Goa, and the one of the first movies I saw in Inox in Goa was Masti with my parents.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
So
Dude,
mine was
imagine watching Masti with my
Masti.
parents. I remember scenes where, like, you can see Ritesh's back. He's on the ground trying to adjust Vivek Oberoi's pants. Right? That scene. It looks like he's giving him a BJ, but he's not.
Oh, shit.
Dude, I was with my parents and I was feeling super awkward. But again, it was a very, very funny movie.
How
And,
old were you?
School, man. So like I was in Goa only in my 7th and 8th standards. So I was either.
So,
in
I
7th or
mean,
8th.
you knew stuff and
My
they
parents
knew
thought I
stuff.
did. Yeah, my parents thought I
But
did. Yeah, that's
Oh,
what I
shit.
did.
Oh shit, that was
Yeah.
weird. That was
Uh,
awkward as
But
hell.
cool. So anyway, the final movie, the final big movie release coming out in November is Salman Khan's Antim. Antim, the final truth.
Salman, bhai.
Yeah, and he
He's
he looks
also-
sick as hell, by the way, as a Sardar. Not very often you've seen Sardar as a sick, right? I don't think.
Yeah.
Have you seen him
Sardar
as a
as
sick?
a
So he's a sick.
Sorry, Salman as a sick.
um,
But yeah, he looks pretty cool, man. He was like famously like Sunny Deol used to look like a proper
Ah.
Sardar, right? Like look like a great looking
yeah,
handsome Sardar.
Gadar.
Yeah, Gadar, exactly, and other films also.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Salman could be the next Sardar at the age of.
But I think
65.
Salman is the only guy whose most of the films release on Diwali.
But this is November 26th.
Festivals.
Is that where Eid is? Is that when Eid is this year? November 26th?
Let me just check.
Maybe. Like
Okay.
near Diwali, I'm saying.
Yeah. So these are the Hindi films that we're talking about, of course. And in Antim, Salman plays another cop. So all the 4 movies that we've talked about have cops in them, guys. I guess
Why?
this cop thing is
Yes.
well, because those movies are easier to release nowadays, I think. If you are like,
Maybe.
pro
yes.
India nationalist kind of movies.
Yeah.
Okay. Please don't give us hate for this. It's just
But man, Salman
It's
Khan
our
as a
observation.
Sardar, I just don't buy that.
no, you don't. It looks
Salman
like
Khan
one
as an
movie.
actor now, nobody buys that.
Oh shit. Shade.
Did you hear those dialogues? The dialogue it ends
Yeah,
with जब Sardar
absolutely.
की हटेगी
Dialogues
सबकी फटेगी. What?
Dude, terrible dialogues. Even in Sooryavanshi, Akshay Kumar had a dialogue where he said कि मुंबई पुलिस तुम्हारी रिलीजन देख के तुम्हें गोली नहीं चलाती है, तुम्हारा क्रिमिनल रिकॉर्ड देख के तुम्हें गोली चलाती है. And I'm like, dude, that's not.
Sir, Mumbai
That's
police
also
nahi
not
ho.
correct. But that's also not correct. You can't shoot people just because they have a criminal record, dude. That's not cool. That's a
Nahi, but
terrible
yeah, I
example.
mean, I think over the last couple of years, we've really seen a decrease in the quality of dialogues from.
Yeah, depends again from movie to movie. Like OTTs somewhat are doing well in that regard.
No, police films, I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
Like-
Police films have become such stereotypes, and dialogues have become such cliche dialogues and all.
मेरे को लगता है पुलिस ऑफिसर के दिमाग में ऐसे जब देखते होंगे तब what they would have like, what were they thinking, like this we won't say. I know that.
I really want a CID movie now.
A CID movie.
CID movie.
Yes,
Like
with the same guys as
Same
Keely.
actors?
Mm.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, but dude,
Perfect.
they've done like how many? Over like 1,000 episodes at this point?
Ha.
Yeah. So why will they do a movie, man? I don't think it just doesn't make sense. What else is there left to say about that show? Like
I don't know. I just want to see
Honestly.
them on the big screen.
that is true. That was really cool. Just literally, if you can just screen an episode of CID and screen like 5
Yeah.
episodes together or something. Hey, you know of the famous one take episode, right? CID one take.
Yes,
episode?
of course. Yes. The
Yeah.
109 or 119 minutes thing,
Something
right?
like that. Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Like where they're going
The
up and
Limca
down
Book
the
of
same
World
building
Record.
or something.
Ha.
Famously, by like the half time or like towards the end and all, people are like making mistakes because it's been going on for like an hour. The camera guy's been behind the camera for an hour, going up and down stairs, carrying his camera equipment. Of course, he's tired as hell. Okay,
Oh
so like
shit.
you can like see mistakes just happening. People are like, "Kaanch aadha khula hua hai," like production people you can see in the background and all.
Right.
Mistakes
Oh,
just happen. They're like, yeah, fuck it.
Huh.
Let's go with it.
But since we are on CID, I'll just take just this one quick fact that I have. Do you know Ashutosh Gowarkar used to act in CID?
yeah. I've seen
Yeah,
this.
and then he went and then he left the show to make Lagan.
Wow,
Huh.
dude. Wow,
What
talent.
would have happened to him in that phase? I wonder.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Like,
CID to
did he think of
Lagan.
Lagan while playing characters on CID? That's great.
Is that is that we get Lagan
Well,
characters from?
Then worth it, dude. If you make movies like Lagan after coming out of CID, then every actor should go to CID at least once. Of course, it just
that should
makes
be
sense, dude.
mandatory.
Yeah, it's mandatory. Like screw what do you call Crime Patrol and Savdhan India, where like beginner fresher actors go to like get like some role and like some money and all. You go to CID. Dude. Anyway, moving on. The movies that we talked about are of course Bollywood films. There are a couple of Hollywood films also, like big releases like The Eternals, of course, and Marvel's The Eternals coming out, and that I'm sure will be huge. And Aditya had like a fun fact to share with us, right? What was the thing, dude, that you just
Yes.
told us?
So the greatest Hindi movie ever made, the poetry in motion, Gunda had this iconic character called Ibu Hatela.
Yeah, for those who don't
And
know,
I'm
he's
sure
talking
it's-
about the Mithun Chakrabarti movie Gunda from like 98,
Yeah,
88 or something,
1998.
right? 1988.
98.
Yeah.
So
Right.
there's this guy called Ibu Hatela, and he's an iconic character by now, and he is a part of the Eternals.
Yeah, isn't that crazy, dude? Also turns out, I was looking up just before Aditya told us this, and all our collective minds are blown by this. Also turns out, Ibu Hatela was in a movie. I don't know how many of you have seen this, but it's a movie called Run, Fat Boy Run, starring Simon Pegg, and it's been directed by David Schwimmer from Friends, Ross from Friends. So Ibu Hatela indirectly has worked with David Schwimmer, has worked with Ross, dude. Isn't that insane? Do you even think about it? It's
That's
crazy to me. That's
crazy.
It's
That's
awesome.
crazy.
Yeah. So, okay, so these are some of the movies that we can look forward to. I don't know how many of us will end up seeing those. Which ones are you looking forward to seeing, guys, from these? I think I'll end up watching Butny Aur Babli, and I'll end up watching
Same.
Sooryavanshi on TV when it comes, but I'm not giving Sooryavanshi my money.
I'll probably watch all of these except this one, Satyameva Jayate.
Satyameva Jayate
I'm gonna
looks
watch
bad to me,
Bunty
yeah.
and Bubbly and Eternals. I think.
Yeah, Eternals, of course. I will also watch that. Very true. I will watch Butny Aur Babli.
That's
I will
my
Eternals.
pick.
Yeah. And so the thing is, Antim, if the reviews come out and it's like, oh man, you gotta see this movie or something like Bajrangi Bhaijaan, only then I'll watch it. Otherwise, nah, I'm not gonna waste.
I don't think so. It's gonna be like that. I don't have that like.
Nah.
I
It's
don't
not.
get that
It's really
feeling
not.
from that. Yeah. I think it's
Yeah,
gonna be a next race 3 or something.
You think it's gonna be that bad?
नहीं यार एक काफी थी.
Oh,
I think
man.
so. It's gonna be bad. See,
Okay.
I mean, it's gonna be bad in the sense that people are gonna go and watch. Of course, it's Salman Bhai, but I think the story won't be that great.
Okay,
I
fair
just
enough.
have a feeling.
Right.
Why don't we have a good family picture releasing on Diwali?
Oh, this is a family picture, by the way, because the guy
Antim.
who's playing the villain in Antim, that's Salman Khan's sister's husband.
Oh, so that is
Oh,
their family.
right,
picture.
right, their family picture, yeah.
Oh, really, dude?
Nice.
I did not know that.
That's Arpita's husband.
I get it. Cool. Nice, man. So okay, keep it in the family. Okay, so these are we've talked about some of the movies that are coming up. We've also talked about how we plan to celebrate this year.
Yes.
All of us, I'm sure, have had like Diwali, Dandiya traditions since we were very, very young. Since the time we were born. How did you guys celebrate these festivals when you were younger? Did you do anything special? Did you like burst? Were you big on bursting crackers, for instance?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, when I was like really small, like in
Yep,
fifth
same.
grade or sixth
I used to
grade,
burst a lot of bombs.
I used to burst a lot of crackers.
lot of crackers. I used to
Lot of
hate
crackers.
like the long luddies. Like I can handle like 100 luddy gets over in like a minute, 2 minutes max. I can't
Oh.
handle the 10,000, 50,000 ladis and all, dude. Those are the worst.
Yeah, no, those were the ones that we used to burst. So
You horrible, horrible people. Hope you die a slow death.
we used to do that. But like I think it has been like now about like 10 years that I've
that you
not
haven't. Yeah, I would.
yeah that I've
Hmm.
not burst
I think
crackers.
you're close.
यार मेरा तो उल्टा था. I was always like scared of
Crackers?
these patakas.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I've, like the most I can, I still can't, you know. The most that I can burst on Diwali is like a full jari,
Anar,
और वो भी मेरे
full
हाथ
jari.
से मतलब
Okay.
इतना दूर रहता है.
Anar,
Now
chakli
तो I
also?
don't do it one.
Sorry,
Anar, chakra.
Chakri.
वो सब ही नहीं? Chakri, whatever you call it.
nothing at all.
Really? Okay.
वो कौन सा था वो जो whatever
Rocket?
that
Huh?
yeah no not the rocket, the gun.
Oh, the
there's
ball
this-
thing that you just burst on the ground. You throw it and
yeah
burst on the ground.
yeah
Do
that.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
guys know about Cobra? That small thing जिसमें से सांप निकलता था?
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah. It's like a curl thing. You burn it up in
Yeah.
the middle and then it
Yes,
starts
exactly.
snaking out, right?
हाँ.
Yeah, I remember this. Yeah. Surohini, you've seen this. You're for sure you've seen this. You just
Maybe,
don't
I
remember,
just
right?
don't
मतलब
remember
एकदम
name
जो
or something.
धुआं निकलता है प्रॉपर ब्रेन डैमेज दे देगा किसी को तो.
The most beautiful to see are those like 7-in-1 like sunshine shots and all. Those are,
Oh
like,
yes
those are great. Sunshine bombs. That's what they're called, right? Sunshine bombs.
think
That's what we used to call them. Because they used to, like,
sky
go up and like burst and then like light up the sky and all.
yeah,
damn cool.
yeah.
And like beautiful patterns.
Sky rockets. I think I used to burst. I used to like bursting rockets.
Yeah, bro.
Kaki
rockets.
chalta.
Oh, you remember the parachute rocket? That was a craze in the middle. Like you have these parachute rockets, and these
Huh.
rockets go up, and it bursts, and like a parachute comes down. Okay, there's nothing to do with that parachute, but you can like collect those parachutes.
Okay.
And all. It's just a kind of cool feature.
Cool feature.
It's like
Okay.
yeah, in case like this tiny ant was flying with a rocket, it can like catch the parachute and come back down. So,
Now I think now for quite some time we are we do lanterns, those lanterns that we do it on Diwali and on Sankranti. Makar
oh, you mean the
Sankranti.
air lanterns? You let them go
The
in
air
air?
lanterns? Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
We do
dude.
those. We do
That's
those.
cool.
Like Jaipur, I've seen Jaipur doing those a lot recently. Like it's like full, the sky full of lanterns.
That'll be
It's
beautiful. dude.
amazing. It's
Wow.
beautiful.
Yeah, cool, nice.
And then of course,
yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
No, I remember like one of the main things that we used to do on Diwali day was the one puja that we do. That is basically the only important thing in my household. Is that puja. Everything else before
Yeah.
that, after that, you can be down playing whatever, right? But at least when we were kids. And then there was a period in the middle where every year on Diwali after the puja, we would go out as a family for dinner because nobody wanted to make food at home and all on Diwali day.
Yeah,
We used to go out with family for dinner. We used to go to like nice fancy places and all, have great food. So yeah, I miss those days. Did you guys?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I used to go to some or the other house for party. Like on Diwali day, like after the puja is done, it's like some or the other neighbor is is hosting a party, and we used to go there, and we used to party there. Play cards, that's mandatory. Playing cards is
yeah,
mandatory. and yeah, so I don't think so. We used to
Wait, so what? Teen patti?
dinner.
What did you play?
Yeah, teen patti, poker, whatever it is,
Oh yeah,
whatever
cool.
you were like.
Okay.
But I don't think so. We used to eat dinner. Dinner बनता ही नहीं था, किसी के घर पे नहीं बनता था. Like it's a no dinner.
So just having like
night.
mithai and stuff all day. What?
Yeah, just that, like snacks, mithai. Also I think potluck used to happen. So every family used to get something or the other,
Nice.
and then we used to go to one place and eat thoda from every
Hey,
dish there is.
On Holi, so this is a random Holi question. I'm just inserting in this. But on Holi, did you guys have like a fixed samosa kachori every year that you would get? Samosa, dhokla. every
क्या
year?
यार डिसअपॉइंट
Chole?
कर दिया. मुझे
ढोकला?
लगा ये पूछो कि भांग लेते थे क्या.
नहीं.
Dhokla, yes.
Yeah?
Kachori samosa, yes. Dhokla, yes. Kachori samosa, yes.
Yeah,
like
right? Like
mandatory
every year is
breakfast.
like dude, everywhere.
Yes.
I've like shifted so many houses because again, my dad was at a government job.
mandatory breakfast.
And
for
everywhere we
Holi.
went, at every building would
Yeah,
give like
yeah, yeah.
almost the same like little
mandatory
package,
breakfast.
like Holi thing. Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah, there's
going
a
back.
similar tradition that we have in Gujarat. That's
Uh-huh.
around Dusshera.
Okay.
So that's like you have fafla and jalebi on the Dusshera morning.
Oh, cool, man.
Yeah.
But why on the Saturday morning? Just essay because that's tradition.
I don't know. Everyone does that.
Okay, fair. Were you guys into like those seeing the Ravan or
Kumbhkarn ke putle and all.
I actually went to this place last year,
Huh?
just when the pandemic restrictions were lifted. There's
Yeah.
this place in Delhi called Tagore Garden, and that is where the Ravan makers live. So I was there with Mirchi. I was working on some project, and
You're seeing
they
them build
were
it.
yes, exactly. That's
Wow.
when I was there, and they were building these Ravans and huge structures. So they build all their glue at home. It's a really interesting thing to watch. And there's a whole colony of Ravan makers over there.
Cool, man.
That's nice. That's cool.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
So I think
I've never
mine-
seen it being built. I used to love going and watching. Again,
And
I haven't done
people
this in like
come from
years.
like all over the country to buy it from them.
Yeah, exactly.
मेरठ से भी लोग आ रहे हैं हर जगह से they're just coming and Ravans are being carried in these cars and trucks and they're just being taken
Yeah,
away.
yeah,
It's a really interesting thing to watch.
No, I have actually I've never like went and watched Ravan burn up close. Like I've never been in the same vicinity of that.
Oh, so we never like
function.
seen it on TV and all.
No. So I have so my one of my friend's house was very near to the to a garden where the function was.
Oh, so you see it from
Uh,
his house.
From the terrace we used to like order
Nice.
pizza.
Oh,
We used to
sweet.
sit on the terrace and we used to see that
That's
Ravan
fair.
burn.
That's fine. That's
So
probably
I was
fine,
like, yeah, man, that's crazy. That's cool.
Cool. So that's
So yeah, I've seen that.
okay. Final thing to talk about is what are some things that you do not enjoy about this festive season at all? Like I've already talked about the super long luddies and when crackers just do not stop, like late into the night. I really find that irritating during the season. In the last few years that I was bursting crackers, right? There used to be the cracker bursting area in my colony used to be extra crowded. To the extent where you wouldn't even realize that you're going to place your bomb and burst it, and someone else has already lit a bomb next to you. Like it would be that crowded. So again, not a fan of overcrowded firecracker bursting places. Also, not a fan of firecrackers anymore. I would say, just makes you
Yeah,
feel bad.
same.
No, at this point, it just makes you like, man,
Same.
why am I doing this? And this spoiling the environment, also creating noise pollution, also.
Yeah. No, same. I think we still see a lot of pollution after Diwali, especially.
Oh, you guys are in Delhi, of course.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Especially in Delhi, we see a
Oh, good
lot
lord.
of pollution.
yeah.
So I think that's the worst part because you really can't breathe.
Yeah.
After bursting of crackers.
In fact,
Like,
इस
after
बार तो
like
दशहरा से ही शुरू हो गया था.
yeah, exactly. It's very difficult to breathe. It's very
Do
difficult
you,
to stay at
do you
very
both have
low
air
level.
purifiers at home?
I don't.
I
Hey,
I live
Aditya.
dangerously.
Yeah,
I live
you are.
dangerously.
Super dangerous, dude. How do you not have it? I thought it was like almost mandatory now.
Yaar, see, I'm from Kanpur. I have grown up in generator fumes all my life. मैं दिवाली पे वो कोबरा के नशे करता हूँ तो मुझे इससे कोई
At this point, it will be
Oh,
unhealthy
man.
to have an air
Oh, man,
purifier.
yes.
yeah exactly.
One more thing that I think everybody hates is Son Papdi.
No.
I mean,
No, you
so
love it?
again, for the most part,
Oh,
I
my
hate it.
bad.
For the most part, I do not like Son Papdi. You're right. But on some specific days when it's offered to me, I'll be like, oh, okay, ठीक है, I'll have it. It looks fine.
यार मैं तो डब्बे डब्बे खा जाता हूँ उससे. Especially वो जो एक स्पेशल वाली नागपुर में आती है जो राउंड वाली होती है सोन केक्स. I
Okay.
can eat like मुझे मतलब लोग रोकते हैं कि भाई रुक
Son
जा शुगर
Papdi
बढ़
is
जाएगी.
patisa, right? Patisa is same Son Papdi, right?
Patisa is similar, yes.
Similar, yeah.
I know.
It's very similar.
Okay, I'm talking about patisa. Hopefully, it's the same thing.
Patisa is more of a Punjabi thing. It's more towards like Ludhiana and that part.
Okay, so I'm talking about patisa. I'm
Huh.
not sure about.
No,
Son
it's same. Almost
Hello?
like it's same.
It's
only,
the
yeah,
same thing. It's nearly the same thing.
Papdi. हाँ, तो वही.
I think it's just the way कितना compact है उसके ऊपर वो फर्क है.
It's like the
क्योंकि
taste
सोन
is
पापड़ी is
almost
more
same.
dry and hair like,
Okay.
and Patisa is very burfi like.
Well, the more our listeners know now they know the difference between Son Papdi and patisa. That Aditya just made up. He is not sure of.
I'm very sure of that. I
You're
had
sure of
Patisa
this?
like twice in my life. That makes me an expert on that.
Of course, as it does everything.
But I love the variety of sweets that we get. Oh my god.
Yeah, true.
On Diwali, before Diwali, it's like it's freaking bakery. Like what do you want to say? Whatever you want to say, it's like you have like all sorts of sweets, all sorts of it. Like it's not like one or like two categories. You have gulab jamun, malpua, rasgulla, barfi, Son papdi and pata nahi gujiyas and oh my god, love it.
यार मेरा तो मतलब यही ऑल्टरनेट करियर ऑप्शन है, अगर ये पॉडकास्टिंग मीडिया शीडिया चला रही ना, मैं जा रहा हूँ हलवाई बनने.
Halwai banna hai,
Like
nice.
I have legit had these discussions with my parents.
It'll be a cool place to have like a
Yeah,
like a 2021 fancy kind of a halwai, with like a cool seating,
नहीं, not even
Yeah.
like that one. वो एकदम ट्रेडिशनल हलवाई, एकदम
Oh,
बनियान मेरी पेट के ऊपर तक
अरे
आके रुक रही,
वाह.
गमछा पहन के बैठा हूँ. That thing.
Oh.
So आपको आदित्य भैया बुलाएंगे, आदित्य भैया, अरे
Yes.
भैया,
अरे भैया. Correct.
भैया.
So I think we've talked a lot about this. We've, I think, covered everything that we want to talk about on this episode. So let's just go.
There's
into
one
our
more thing that I want to talk about.
Bolo before that.
That's especially around this time of the year. There's this one movie which comes on TV every year.
Oh yes.
It's on Cartoon Network.
Hmm.
It's Ramayana: The Legend of Prince Ram,
The animated movie. Yes. Correct.
the animated movie. Have you guys
Yeah.
seen it?
I have seen it. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone growing up in India who has
Dude,
ever
and,
watched Cartoon Network.
I have watched. By the way, I watched videos about the animation of that movie.
Right,
And,
right.
Dude, it's highly praised. The animation of the movie is
It
very
is.
highly
It's
praised. Yeah.
actually really good. A
That's
while
really-
ago, the guys who actually made it, some of them came to Delhi in Japan Foundation, and they gave a talk about that.
Really? Okay.
Yes,
Wow,
the whole process of how they made that. And
Really?
some of the most iconic scenes were discussed. There's this scene where you see Sita swinging on a tree, and Ravan suddenly appears and just like makes her disappear. That's one of the most iconic moments in that, and that's what they talked about over there.
Okay. Wow, dude, very interesting. I was reading the Wikipedia page, the Wikipedia summary of this movie, and it says the following. It says Ramayana, the Legend of Prince Rama. That's the name of the movie. Based on Valmiki's Ramayana, the film explores the fusion style of animation that consists of 3 different schools of animation: manga from Japan, Disney from the US, and Ravi Verma from India. And Aditya, you were telling us a little bit more about Aditya Verma also.
So Ravi Verma is actually Raja Ravi Verma. He's the guy जिसने actually the portraits of gods that we see today, right?
Yeah.
कि कौन से color में कौन से gods हैं and how they look like. Basically, all of that has come from Raja Ravi Verma's paintings. He is the guy who, Randeep Hooda actually played him in Rang Rasiya, and he's one of the Navratans of Indian art. So there are these 9 artists, not necessarily of Indian origin, but who have done a lot of work in India. So उनके जितने भी paintings है, the government of India tries to have them back in the country, but they're only allowed to be possessed by people who are living in the country.
I mean, but that's the hope and aim of the government of India. But
Yes,
that's
so
not always the
they
case.
make
I'm
an
sure, right?
they make an active effort to bring
to
it
go
back.
and build. Okay, to bring. This back.
So they actually buy a lot of these paintings, and there are a lot of
Cool.
people. So Tagore is one of them. There are actually 3 Tagores, and there's Raja Ravi Verma. There are 5 other people, and he has some connection with this guy, Dadasaheb Phalke. He probably inspired him to get that first motion picture out.
Okay.
That is explored in the movie, by the way.
Okay, very interesting. Again, the more you know, guys. Thank you so much for that, Aditya. All right, I think we talked about everything that we want to talk about. So let's quickly come back for a quick recommendations round.
$100. That's all it takes to begin your journey with Bitcoin and Ethereum. No, really. With CoinSwitch, you can start investing in over 100 cryptocurrencies with just 100 rupees. On top of that, there are 0 charges for deposits and withdrawals, so you can trade, buy, sell, however and whenever you want. All of this, plus their extremely intuitive interface, makes CoinSwitch the perfect app for beginners in the crypto space. But don't take my word for it. Just download CoinSwitch for free and try it out for yourself. If you'd like more information on cryptocurrencies, tune into A Show About Crypto with me, Rohan Joshi, my new adventure on IVM podcasts. CoinSwitch, kuch to badlega.
All right, some recommendations. Aditya, what would you like to tell us to watch or read or listen to?
यार ये इतनी दिवाली की मिठाई की बातें कर ली, तो मेरे पास एक रिकमेंडेशन है. It's a comic by Bucker.
जाओ मिठाई खाओ.
हाँ, जाओ मिठाई खाओ. So the comic is called Karejwa.
Okay.
Karejwa is basically this soft gulab jamun. Karejwa is basically kareja. It's your liver, and it's as soft as your liver, basically. And the comic is basically about this child who wants to eat a Karejwa on the last day of the world. The world is ending. There's something that's happening.
Okay.
And there's this kid who just wants to have a mithai. It's available on Bucker Max's website, and also it is written by Varun Grover.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's a really good comic book. I think it came out last year, but it's something that everyone should read, especially जब मिठाइयों की इतनी बातचीत चली रही है.
Yeah, absolutely.
Could you tell me the name again?
Karejwa.
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 Okay.
It looks like somebody saying courage in UP.
Courage the cowardly dog. अरे Karejwa.
Karejwa है क्या तुम्हारे पास?
Yeah. All right. So that's Aditya's recommendation. I would like to recommend a movie that I just saw literally just yesterday. I watched it, and oh man, what a movie! And it's excellently rated on Rotten Tomatoes and IMDb and Metacritic as well. It has right now a 95% Rotten Tomatoes rating, which is again epic. This movie came out in July of 2020. I just saw it right now. It's called Palm Springs. Okay, it's starring Andy Samberg and Cristin Milioti and J.K. Simmons. Cristin Milioti is in How I Met Your Mother, the wife that he actually marries at the end of How I Met Your Mother, if you know that actress.
Yeah, yes.
That's
yes.
Cristin Milioti. And Andy Samberg is epic
Oh.
everywhere he is. And J.K. Simmons also has a very cool, awesome, funny role in this movie. The movie is about these two people who get stuck in a time loop. A time loop is like Groundhog Day, right? Like you keep reliving the same day again and again, or like Edge of Tomorrow. You keep living the same day again and again. And so first, when the movie starts, you see, oh, Andy Samberg is stuck in like a time loop, dude. He's just seeing the same day again and again. Okay, and somehow this girl also ends up in that loop, and then they start whatever all the things that happen of like self-realizations and like the kind of the tropes that this time loop movies kind of have, that you have to like accomplish something or find out something more about yourself, or some kind of self-explanation needs to happen before you finally make it out of that time loop, right? Very well made movie, super likable characters, very cool vibe. The acting is amazing. Andy Samberg does not play his slorby dork kind of like that loud character. He plays like a very reserved character, depressed even because he's stuck in this loop for God knows how long. And J.K. Simmons plays a dude. J.K. Simmons plays a dude who was in a way tricked into coming into this time loop with Andy Samberg without knowing that this is what would happen. And because of that, he hates Andy Samberg's character now. So all he does is every day he wakes up and tries to kill Andy Samberg's character. That is hilarious, dude.
Wow.
So yeah, it's funny. It's a rom-com also. Again, and it's produced by the Lonely Island crews, the Lonely Island people. So that's Yorma Tacon and Akiva Schaffer. They're also producers and directors of this film. So yeah, check it out. Palm Springs. It's on Netflix. That's my recommendation for this week. All right, that's about it. Recommendations done. Talked about the movies coming up in this month. We talked about this upcoming festive season. A lot of things to look forward to. Jio World Drive. I am not a sponsor, but if Jio is looking for one, I am available. That's it for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. See you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, it's been a great week on the IVM Podcast Network. On Cyrus says, actor and author Kalki Ketla talk about her amazing new book, Elephant in the Womb. As Cyrus and Kalki go through some funny illustrations in the book, Kalki brings up what people don't talk about when it comes to pregnancy. On The Habit Coach, Ashton explains an interesting perspective on the Teflon mindset. On Smarter with Sid, Siddharth debates whether thrift stores will remain a niche thing or accepted by the Indian masses. On Press Decode with Vagda, Sareen and Sarah, they discuss how India dropped by 7 spots in the latest Global Hunger Index rankings. On Hansvani, here's this fascinating story. It's titled Helium and it's written by Lalit Karthike and narrated by Casey Shankar. And it's such a really, really good thing. Definitely check that out. Do follow us on social media. We're IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And remember, if you're enjoying this show or any of other shows for that matter, please do tell a friend. And finally, we'd like to thank our sponsors this week, Cred, Bank of Baroda, Quarter, CoinSwitch, Kuber, Slay Coffee, Intel, Kotak Mahindra Bank, and Oxfam India. Thank you so much for making this possible.
Are you looking for finance products and services that can enhance your personal finance experience? Are you looking for a space to talk about your financial product or service? And are you looking for a crisp talk show where the conversation is all about money? Well, your search ends here. Hi, my name is Anupam Gupta and I'm host of the Paisa Vaisa podcast, and I invite you for the conversation about your personal finance on each Monday on the IVM Podcast app or the website or on any podcast streaming platforms. See you, folks.